Nick Mullens showed more in 2018 than Garoppolo has at any point in his career. Mullens entered the league in 2017 as an undrafted rookie. He was signed to the practice squad, where he remained until he became the starter in Week 9 of last season. It took Garoppolo's knee to get him on the active roster, then Beathard's shoulder to get him on the field. Mullens is a different type of low-level quarterback. He doesn't have a big arm. In fact, arm strength is probably his biggest concern. Instead, he's a cerebral, poised passer who understands how to run Shanahan's offense. Mullens started 8 games in 2018. He had a 64.2 completion percentage, averaged 8.3 yards per attempt, threw 13 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Besides the 10 interceptions, those numbers are extremely impressive for a quarterback coming in cold halfway through the regular season. Those numbers don't do justice to his performance as charting data loves Mullens. Those 10 interceptions aren't an issue because 4 of them weren't his fault. In fact, Mullens was one of the best quarterbacks in the league at taking care of the ball. He threw 8 interceptable passes on 274 attempts. That's a 2.9% interceptable pass rate, 6th best in the league last season. Mullens was by far the most unlucky quarterback in the NFL. 6 of his interceptable passes were caught, and when you add in the 4 interceptions that weren't his fault, he had 2 more interceptions than interceptable passes. The closest comparison to him was Marcus Mariota, who had 10 interceptable passes and 8 interceptions. Nobody besides Mullens had more interceptions than interceptable passes. 3 of his 4 non-quarterback interceptions were because of balls hitting off of his receivers' hands. Where Garoppolo has relied on defenders to drop passes to avoid interceptions, Mullens has relied on his own ability to keep the ball out of harm's way. It's a similar story when it comes to accuracy. Surprisingly, Mullens charted as the 4th most accurate passer in the NFL in 2018. His 64.9% depth-adjusted accuracy score ranked behind only Andrew Luck, Marcus Mariota and Matt Ryan. He was 1 spot above Drew Brees. Mullens managed this by being the 5th-ranked passer on underneath throws, the 15th-ranked passer on intermediate throws, and the 16th-ranked passer on deep throws. Brady has always thrived at diagnosing defenses before the snap, and he excels with short and intermediate accuracy. He's rarely been a great deep ball passer, and he's never had great physical traits. Mullens isn't Brady, but he's that style of quarterback. From his very first start, Mullens was making good, quick decisions to target the weak spots of the opponent's play designs. Of course, much of Mullens' yardage did come on wide-open throws to George Kittle. But that's the benefit of being the 49ers quarterback. Those plays are always going to be there so long as Shanahan is the head coach. Mullens proved that he can consistently take advantage of them to maximize the output of the offense while elevating the unit in other areas. A quarterback who comfortably works the pocket, diagnoses coverages quickly, throws with precision and timing while also taking care of the football is a quarterback who should be starting somewhere in the NFL. We know it won't be in San Francisco. Even if the 49ers decide to run a competition for the job, there's no such thing as a fair competition when one quarterback has more than $100 million invested in him. Whether Mullens would actually be a better starting quarterback than Garoppolo moving forward isn't clear. Like his teammate, Mullens also hasn't thrown enough passes in the league to be fully confident in who he is. But if that fair competition started today, there's no doubt who should be the favorite to win the job. Mullens has simply been the better quarterback to this point.